something happened in court to the ADC. Some ADC supporters don't like it, but it is a big win for Peter Obi. Before I explain how, I want you to watch the video of what happened.
Well, today the matter between some state executive of ADC against the interim caretaker committee of ADC came up this morning for judgment. Indeed, judgment was given in favor of the state executives of ADC, preserving their tenure. The court held, affirmatively that their tenure has not come to an end, and their tenure will continue in line with the constitution of the party and also the mediation report, final mediation report of the parties, ADR. So as it stands, all the state chairman, all the state executive, both the state working committee and state executive committee of ADC, their tenure is intact, and it will expire when a valid national convention of the party has been conducted. The so-called Congress they conducted last month, has been nullified, and the convention has been nullified by the court because they did it in violation of the constitution of the party, and that's why the court said that convention cannot hold. So whatever they did, the charade they did last month, court just described it as kangaroo, So it's an effort in futility.
The chairman of the chairmen. I'm representing of all the chairmen of ADC, both in Nigeria and diaspora. The way they instituted the Congress is not in order. There is a constitution of ADC, and that constitution, they did not follow the constitution before they start the Congress. And we tried to advise them to stop it. Personally, I went to David Mark, talked to him, I talked to the other leaders. This is not how we're supposed to do it. But they continue, they go ahead. Even in their kangaroo, according to the way court pronounce it, of their confession, have been null and void.
The state chairman took David Mark to court because David Mark sacked them. They are claiming that their tenure is constitutionally guaranteed. And they went to court, and the court granted their request, meaning David Mark was sacked. Now, it is not a permanent sack. It temporarily gives power to these state chairmen to act as stopgap, right? This is good and bad at the same time, particularly depending on whose side of the divide you are. How is this a win for Peter Obi, not to talk of being a big, big win? Now, here's the thing. First, people are arguing that these people should not have gone to court. The Oga guy, the one that is claiming to be the chairman of chairmen, people are arguing that he doesn't have the locus to go to court. He cannot because of Supreme Court precedents, because of the fact that the leadership of a political party is the internal affairs of the political party. Now, here is the thing. Section 83, subsection 7 of the Electoral Act 2026 actually allows a political party member to go to court. It gives court jurisdiction over the leadership of a political party if the constitution of the political party is breached or if a crime is committed. Many people are making the argument that it is the internal affairs of a political party. Let me ask you a question. If the chairman of a political party like ADC, the African Democratic Congress, somebody in the person of David Mark, for example, this is just an illustration I want to make. if David Mark somehow connives with some people and then writes a check against the approving authority specified by the ADC constitution, he writes a check, withdraws all the money of ADC and puts it in his own account. I'm asking you a question now. Is it legal or illegal? Obviously, it's illegal. If he does that, I'm not saying he has done that. Now, if a member of the party decides to go to court, are you saying that that member cannot go to court when it is obvious that the party chairman is misappropriating funds, is embezzling funds? We must be careful. When we say the leadership of a political party is the internal affairs of a political party, there are exceptions. Sections 83, subsection 5, subsection 6 actually specifies that it is the internal affairs of a political party. And I'm talking about the Electoral Act 2026. But if you now go to section 83, subsection 7, it puts an exception there. If a chairman is embezzling the funds of a political party, if the chairman is breaching the constitution of the political party, if the chairman is actively involved in committing a crime, on those grounds, any member can go to court and the court will have jurisdiction over the leadership of the political party. Makes sense, doesn't it? Now, this is what we should be looking at in the ADC. Why or how is it a big win for Peter Obi? For you to see how this is a blessing, you need to understand the internal dynamics of what is going on in the African Democratic Congress. Atiku is rumored to have bought the African Democratic Congress for 1.7 billion naira. That is the allegation. It has not been proven, I must specify. But you see, he is the one that brought David Mark. And from the account of Nafiu Bala, he is also the one that brought Babachi Lawa. Now, why is Atiku bent on making sure that his loyalists are the ones in charge of the party? Look at the likes of them Kenneth Okonkwo, the likes of them Dino Melaye. You know, they are all Atiku loyalists. And they are the ones in charge. They filled the National Working Committee of the ADC. Why are they doing this? The reason is simple. And Atiku knows. In fact, by extension, David Mark, they know that if you play by the rule, if you follow the constitution squarely, and you provide a level playing field within the ADC, Atiku does not stand a chance. Peter Obi will clinch the ticket. So what do? They need to bend the rules to suit Atiku. That's what they are doing. So any real supporter of Peter Obi should not actually be defending David Mark. They should be calling on David Mark to respect the constitution of the ADC. They should. This is a big win for Peter Obi because the court is now forcing David Mark to play by the rules. So, if what the court has ruled now is not appealed by David Mark again, it means that David Mark and the NWC of ADC will be forced to play by the rules, level playing field. At least that will also reduce the transactional nature of the primaries. Let's not kid ourselves. Do we really think that Atiku will play nice and not engage transactional politics when the primaries come? Do you really expect that an Amechi or Atiku will not spend some money to induce some people to vote them in the primaries? Do you really think that? Of course, if you think that, then you are very, very naive. Atiku is planning on getting the ticket. And he has made it clear. This is his last shot. In fact, when he said it in that interview on Arise News, He just stopped short of saying, Peter Obi, Mona sit down, Mona rest. Kwankwaso, Mona sit down, Mona rest. Mona, give me the ticket. He practically was saying it in the full glare of the whole country. But we did not pick up on that. The guy is going to run, and he's not going to play fair. If he doesn't get his way to do his normal transactional politics, he will use his loyalists to bend the party to his will to give him ticket. So if the court is now coming to say, no, you cannot do that, respect the constitution of the party, respect the rule of law, ensure a level playing field, who do you think will benefit? Peter Gregory Obi. This is a big win for him. But it's not yet Uhuru. You know the case at the Supreme Court. Like it was also said by the chairman of Chairmen, right? Most likely, when the Supreme Court rules, the options are actually limited. It's either they grant David Mark's request and declare him as the authentic chairman, or they will deny him and say, okay, go back to the trial court. That's more likely to be the thing. But hey, if that happens, that means you are prolonging the evil day, because we don't know how long the trial court will take. So, fingers crossed. But it is very risky. A better option would be for Peter Obi to just jump ship. But we don't see that coming, do you? Do you think that Peter Obi will jump ship? Do you think that Peter Obi will go to another political party? In fact, the question many people are asking is, which political party can he go to? The Labour Party it looked like it was becoming stable, but now with the likes of Dati Baba Ahmed leaving, be like say wahala dey there. NDC has come out to say, oh no, we did not woo or invite Peter Obi and Kwankwaso to come. ADC has its problems. Now PRP, the leadership battle has started there. It's been there for long actually. So the question is, if Peter Obi is even going to jump ship, where one jump go? God, we hand over Peter Obi to you. How he go take get ticket? Now only you, now if you do am as it is so. Help Nigeria.